Hey friends, it's Corey from Hey Let's Make Stuff. Are you ready for a simple holiday project that's going to get you in the holiday crafting mood? I've got that for you today. And this is part of a sort of cookie baking hop that I am doing with my friends Angie Holden and Jen Crookston. So between the three of us, you're going to get 3 projects that you can make for the cookie baker in your life or for your neighbor or whoever you might be giving cookies to this holiday season. They are all sublimation projects. They are all a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off talking about what you're going to need to make this project. So the first thing you're going to need is a sublimation printer with sublimation ink and sublimation paper. Mine is on the other side of the room. You are also going to need a heat press of some sort. I am using my big heat press because that's what I have available today, but you can also make this project with like a handheld press like the Easy Press. For our sublimation pot holders, I have not found a sublimation specific pot holder that I really like so far. So instead, we are going to be using these white polyester pot holders that are not necessarily designed for sublimation. They're just designed for somebody who is really neat and tidy in the kitchen. But because they are 100% polyester, they will sublimate just fine. One of the reasons that I really like these particular pot holders, which are linked down in the description below, is that they have this nice big flat space to sublimate on. A lot of sublimation pot holders are quilted, like the entire thing is quilted, and they're really cheapy, and if you're gonna pull cookies out of the oven, you're probably gonna burn yourself through them. But this is like a really nice quality pot holder, and you are not gonna be sublimating necessarily like just directly onto the quilting. It has this flat piece in the front. You do need to give it a decent amount of pressure so you don't end up with sort of quilting marks. You really need to get that pressure in there. However, I just think these are a much better option than any of the sublimation specific pot holders I've found. A few other things you might find handy: a paper cutter. You can also use scissors. I have a small tape measure, and then I have some butcher paper. I like buying mine in sheets. I find it just easier to work with. I will go ahead and link this down in the description below as well. For this project, of course, I have a free file for you. All you need to do is go to heyletsmakestuff.com/library to grab it. On that page, if you don't already have it, you can request the password. Once you're logged in, this is going to be sublimation file S43. So you're going to be looking for S43 on that page. There are 2 ways to find it. You can scroll down to the sublimation section and find S43, or you can use the find function on your computer to do a search. So if you're on a Mac, you can use Command F. If you are on a PC, you can use Control F, and then you can just search for S43. Once you find the correct file, go ahead and click that first link, and that will be your download link. The second link will be a link to the blog post for this video, and the third link will be this video in case you need to come back to refer to it. Phew, I feel like I was talking really fast for all of that, but let's go ahead and hop into Canva and set up our file and get it printed. In Canva, I've already set up a document that is 8.5 by 11, which is the size of a standard sheet of sublimation paper. Now you can go over here to Uploads and choose the file we want to work with. And now we need to resize it to fit our pot holders. I used my tape measure, and I think 5.5 inches tall is going to be about what we're looking for. So let's go to Position, and then we'll scroll down here, click that ratio button so that it's locked, and then I'm gonna make it 5.5 inches tall. Now, because I have a little bit of white space around it here, I might make it 5.6, just make it just slightly bigger. If you want to add other sublimation images to this page, you totally can. Now for me, I like to flip my image here. You can also do this in your printing software if you'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and flip it horizontally so that when it prints, it will be backwards, so that when I press it on to my pot holder, it will be facing the right direction. Once you have your file ready to go, we can click Share, Download. I'm going to change it over here to a PDF print. I'm going to change it to CMYK, and I'm going to click Download. Once it is downloaded, you can go ahead and print your file. Once your image is printed, we can put it on our pot holder. Now, I totally forgot we needed sublimation tape. I'm not sure where my brain was, but you're gonna also need that for this project. Now, using your scissors or your paper cutter, we can basically cut out our design here. I find a paper cutter just works really well, especially for kind of square projects like this. Now we have our pot holder. Again, this side is quilted and this side is not, so we want our design to fit on this nice flat piece here. Before we tape it on, we're going to pre-press our blank, and that is because if there is any moisture or anything in here, it can affect the sublimation design. So right now I have my heat press set to 375 degrees for 60 seconds, and I'm just gonna go ahead and preheat this probably for 15 to 30 seconds, depending on if I see any steam coming out, so that we can go ahead and put our sublimation design on our pot holder. Now, if you're kind of new new to sublimation, you might think, wait, that doesn't look very good printed. And that is because sublimation ink, when printed, is usually lighter and not really the correct color. But when the ink is activated with heat, then you get that vibrancy. So if you're looking at this going, it just doesn't look right, don't worry, it's only gonna look good in the press, not when it's printed on paper. Let's go ahead and place our design. I'm just gonna use a little bit of heat resistant tape on the sides here. Not too worried about this shifting around very much. You can tape more if you'd like. Now, even though I'm not really worried about the ink seeping all the way through to the other side, I am always erring on the side of caution, and I'm going to put a piece of butcher paper on the bottom. Then you're gonna place this just like this in your heat press. Now, you don't wanna place it this way, it's not gonna get hot enough. You wanna make sure that you have that image facing down on top with your pot holder underneath it. And then we're going to use another piece of butcher paper on top to prevent any of the ink blowing through that paper and getting on the top of our heat press. Now, like I said, I have my heat press set for 375 degrees for 60 seconds. Depending on your pot holder, you may need 400 degrees. You may be able to get away with 360 or 45 seconds. You may have to play around with it. Thankfully, these guys are not very expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and press my project and we'll see how it turns out. All right, we have our pot holder, so we can kind of check. Oh, I think it turned out so cute. Okay, so let's pull off this. And you can see here, it's still very toasty, that the pot holder turned out so cute. Now, there are a couple things you can do with this pot holder. Obviously, you can keep it for yourself because it's so stinking cute, or you can turn it into maybe a neighbor gift. So, for example, if you are not a good baker, you can grab some pre-made cookie mix and slide it right there into that little pocket. You can throw in a spoon. My spoon is quite large, maybe get a smaller spoon, but you can see here that this makes such a cute little gift. Or you could go over to Angie Holden's video and give this along with the plate that she is sublimating, plus some fresh baked cookies, or go over to Jen Crookston's video and look at the really cute sublimated box that she's making, and you could give this along as a gift with that as well. And if you're looking for even more inspiration this holiday season, I invite you to join me and Angie Holden for Campfire Crafts Holiday Edition. This is basically where Angie and I just decided to craft a bunch to inspire you. So these are easy sublimation and Cricut projects that you can make for the holiday season. We've got gifts, we've got decor, we've got accessories, we have a whole bunch of different things that you can make using your Cricut or your sublimation printer this holiday season. If you're interested in learning more about Campfire Crafts, I'm going to drop a link down in the description below. It's super fun, plus we have more than 200 crafting files for you to get crafty this holiday season. I hope you found this video about making sublimation pot holders helpful. If you want to watch Angie or Jen's videos, those are linked down in the description. If you found this video inspiring, go ahead and give it a like. Follow my channel for more sublimation content. I'll see you next time.